a country where Europe, Asia, mountains, wine, and ancient stories all collide, and somehow everything feels effortless. Georgia, the country everyone is suddenly talking about. Here's the thing about Georgia: most people don't realize how magical it is until they land in Tbilisi. You step out of the airport, breathe in the crisp mountain air, and instantly feel like you've entered a place where old stories still live in the streets. Georgia is not just a country, it's a mood. Warm people, ancient monasteries, food that feels like home, and landscapes so dramatic they look hand painted. Today, let's explore the country that's becoming one of the world's fastest rising travel destinations. 1. Tbilisi, the city of layers. Tbilisi is chaos and beauty blended together. Rust colored roofs, narrow stone lanes, street cafes, wooden balconies, modern bridges, and churches older than most countries. Walk through the old town, and everything has a story. The sulfur baths built over hot natural springs, the leaning clock tower that looks straight out of a fairy tale, and the massive Narikala fortress watching over the city for centuries. At night, the city glows. Wine bars spill music into the streets, and locals welcome you like you've known them for years. Tbilisi isn't just a capital, it's an experience. 2. Matsketa, the spiritual heart of Georgia. Just 30 minutes from Tbilisi lies Matsketa, the religious heart of the country and a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Here, rivers meet, mountains rise around you, and centuries old churches sit peacefully above the valley. Juari Monastery, perched on a hilltop, has one of the most calming views in Georgia. This is where you feel the depth of Georgian culture: simple, spiritual, timeless. It's one of those places where silence feels meaningful. 3. The Georgian Military Highway. Now the journey begins. The road from Tbilisi to the northern mountains is one of the most scenic drives in the world. It winds through canyons, waterfalls, alpine forests, and giant cliffs carved by ice and time. The Ananuri fortress stands by a blue green reservoir, like something from a medieval movie. Stop for a moment here. The wind, the water, the stone walls, everything feels peaceful and untouched. As the road climbs higher, the landscapes shift again. Pine forests fade into rolling green hills, then into rugged mountain peaks. Every turn feels like a new painting. 4. Godavari, the balcony of the Caucasus. At 2,200 meters above sea level, Godavari is pure freedom. Paragliders floating over giant valleys, snow capped mountains stretching endlessly, and viewpoints where clouds drift past you like slow moving waves. In summer, it's green and alive. In winter, it becomes one of Eastern Europe's most underrated ski resorts. Either way, you feel the mountains calling you to stay a bit longer. 5. Kazbegi, Stepansminda, Georgia's crown jewel. And then you reach it. Kazbegi, one of the most breathtaking places on earth. A small valley town surrounded by towering peaks of the Greater Caucasus. And above everything, sitting quietly on a hill, is Gergeti Trinity Church. This scene is Georgia's postcard. The tiny stone church, the massive Mount Kazbek rising behind it, and the wind carrying a silence that feels ancient. Hike up, take a 4x4, or simply watch from the viewpoint. But take a moment, because this is the kind of place that stays with you long after you leave. 6. The food, wine bite, and warmth. And just when you think Georgia can't surprise you anymore, the food arrives. Khachapuri hot from the oven, kinkali dumplings bursting with flavor, church kela sweets hanging in markets like edible candles, and wine, Georgian wine, made using 8,000-year-old traditions. People don't just serve you food here, they serve you stories, warmth, and laughter. Georgia is a country that doesn't ask for attention, it earns it through landscapes, history, kindness, and a feeling you can't quite name, but you'll always remember. If you're searching for a destination with soul, beauty, and adventure, Georgia might be the place your heart has been quietly waiting for. Your journey continues with Epic Travel Library.